Have you seen interest rates recently and home prices? I'm almost surprised you clicked this video. Isn't everything telling you just rent? Bam, done. That was an easy one. Of course, it's not going to be that easy. Prices and rates are two major factors, but they're not the only factors. Let's cover all the bases so by the end of the video, you can decide whether renting right now or buying is going to be better for you. First, let's look at the renting side. There are certainly pros and cons, but some of the pros to renting are going to be the flexibility and mobility. Renting offers you freedom to move without the responsibilities of home ownership. It's perfect if you're not looking for a long-term commitment or if there's a chance you could move again in the near future. Then you also have lower upfront cost. Unlike buying, renting typically costs you much less upfront. You won't need a budget for a hefty down payment and closing costs when renting. Another pro to renting is going to be less maintenance responsibility. As a renter, you typically won't be responsible for maintenance and repair expenses. Your landlord will be the one writing the check when the AC goes out or when the toilet backs up. Now on the flip side, the first con to renting would be the fact that you're not building equity. When you rent, you're paying for a roof over your head for that month, but you're not building equity month over month. There's also limited control. Renters have limited control over the property. You might have to follow your landlord's rules, and you may not be able to do certain things and make certain changes that you would like to. Don't forget about the possibility of rent increases. Rent can increase over time, affecting your budget. You might start with a reasonable rent, but it could certainly go up in the future. Now let's talk about buying, and then we'll apply it to the current market. You're probably familiar with the benefits of buying a home. The big one is going to be building equity. When you buy a home, you're building equity with each mortgage payment. It's like you're investing in your future as the value of your property increases over time. Next, buying can provide stability and control. Home ownership offers a sense of stability and control over your living space. You can make renovations, decorate, and truly make a home your own. Then you also have potential appreciation. Real estate has historically appreciated in value over the long term. Owning a property could mean potential financial gains as the property's value increases. Now to the downsides, the higher initial cost. Buying a home usually involves a higher upfront cost, including down payment, closing cost, and inspection fees. This can be a significant financial commitment. With buying, you also have maintenance responsibilities. As a homeowner, you're responsible for maintenance and repairs. This can include anything from a leaky faucet to major roof repairs, and this is probably the biggest downside most new homeowners overlook. Now keep in mind, buying is also a long-term commitment. Selling a property can take time and money. Market conditions can also impact your sales price and your ability to sell quickly. Now real quick, if you're new to the channel, my name is Donovan Arnold and I'm a local real estate agent here in Gainesville. I make these videos to share with you exactly what you can expect if you're moving to the area. We talk about things like the best schools, the best neighborhoods, and all the things to do here. So if you don't want to miss a thing, make sure you start by clicking the subscribe button, and also do me a big favor, hit the like button. It really helps me out and it's completely free. So we've covered the pros and cons to both renting and buying, but there are some other factors to think about. The first one being market conditions. You'll want to keep a close eye on the local real estate market. Now you don't have to try and time the market perfectly, but you do want to be aware of what's going on. We've been in a seller's market for years now with high demand but low inventory. I remember people telling me 5 years ago they were just going to wait until prices come down. Now, just about everyone I'm working with today would love to go back and buy a home at prices from 5 years ago. Then there's interest rates. Pay attention to those interest rates. But of course, right now they are higher than they've been for a long time. And you may see things like marry the home and date the rate, which implies you can just refinance when rates come down. Be careful with that line of thinking. You can only refinance if you have enough equity. If you buy a home with 5% down and then rates drop, but so do home prices, you could be stuck with that same rate until you get back to at least 5% equity. The numbers really need to work on that initial purchase, not on some hope that rates will come down later. Next is your debt to income ratio. Ensure your debt to income ratio is in a good range. Typically, lenders prefer a ratio from about 43% or lower, which means your debt payments are manageable compared to your income. You'll need an emergency fund. Have an emergency fund in place to cover unexpected expenses. Owning a home means you're responsible for maintenance and repairs, which often come at the worst possible times. What about your lifestyle and family needs? Consider your lifestyle and family plans. Are you planning to start a family anytime soon or change jobs? How does home ownership fit into your long-term goals and aspirations? Then make sure to consult professionals. Don't hesitate to reach out to real estate agents, financial advisors, or mortgage brokers. They can provide personalized advice based on your unique financial situation and goals. I can definitely help you there. At the moment, there are more and more experts who project higher interest rates sticking around for longer than anyone initially thought. And now we're also seeing forecasts for home prices to slightly increase in 2024. I think that'll continue to impact affordability and actually lead to fewer homes being sold. Previously, we talked about home prices not going down because there's still such a shortage of supply. Builders are still building fewer homes than years past, and actually 62% of homeowners have an interest rate below 4%, so they're less likely to sell. But even with all of that, I do expect inventory to slowly start to increase as homes begin to sit on the market longer. Based on everything I'm seeing right now, I would not expect a significant decrease in home prices. When helping people decide if now is the right time to buy, we often go back to the basics. If you have all your finances in order, you don't expect any employment changes, and you plan to be in the home for at least 3, but ideally 5+ years, it probably makes sense. Go ahead, buy your home, and then forget about all the crazy things happening in real estate. But if one of those boxes can't be checked, renting could definitely be the better option. Now, if you're ready to buy, what you'll want to do next is go ahead and watch this video where I drive you around town and share with you some of the most popular neighborhoods Gainesville has to offer.